What exactly do you think the local election losses mean for the ruling Democratic Progressive Party? What do you think is happening in the party headquarters right now?
The issues being voted on then are primarily economic. Voters are punishing the DPP for sluggish economic growth. Also, Taiwan's ticking demographic time bomb, that is also considered an issue regarding the elderly population, which is rising, the declining birth rate, unaffordable housing, and how to take care of all of these old people. And so the interesting thing is that voters decided they preferred the KMT's platform on that. Both parties proposed various solutions, but the DPP was the one that voters voted against. And so I think that is kind of punishing the DPP for failing to do enough on those issues. And so I think particularly because of legislative and presidential elections often being much more about cross-strait issues, which the DPP could not lean into as much this time around, then there's a possibility that DPP will consider this as just as usual. That doesn't do as well when it comes to local elections. And so then it might not actually change its messaging too much.
And what effect do you think the local election losses is going to have on Tsai and her ruling party and their leadership? Is she now a lame duck president?
In that sense, there's a power vacuum in the DPP. The party chair, Tsai, resigned, and so that potentially opens the way for challengers to Tsai's authority. So the ability to get stuff done in the next, effectively, 13 months will be much more difficult for Tsai. And so I think the ability to do that will really kind of be contingent. And I think that particularly one will see perhaps more disparate messaging from the DPP as people are jockeying for being the presidential contender of the DPP. And so I think Tsai will not be able to control the party in that sense.
What impact will this local election loss have on the ruling Democratic Progressive Party as it gets ready for the all-important presidential and parliamentary elections, which are now just 13 months away?
I think a lot of it will have to do with the choice of presidential candidates, also who it decides to field as legislator candidates in the next round of elections. And so I think that kind of a shakeup within the party is really the biggest determinant. The question then is whether the DPP will adjust anything in terms of messaging, or if it will expect, as with the last elections, for cross-strait relations to kind of loom large. It's possible that the current set of protests in China, for example, will become another way to focus fire regarding this issue, such as occurred with Hong Kong in the lead up to 2020.